Hey guys, sorry I just had to mute the stream there while they were talking strategy and stuff, just trying to give them a little bit of advice where I could. But we're about to start the match between Team Clarity and Taste the Bacon. And it's going to start off with a ZVZ on Neon Violet Square. There's a couple minute delay on this, so I apologise if... okay, Nerf Pickle. Just make sure Pickle's ready as well here. And we're underway. ZVZ Diamond versus Diamond. I haven't looked at the MMRs, but because I didn't think to do that. But I've got faith in Leston. He's a very cool guy. I like him a lot. Wants to improve the game a lot. So I'm excited to see him play. Oh crap! I didn't put on the. I don't know if it will change now. I think I have to wait until the next game. Okay, next game we'll change the overlay. I had to change it for a replay now. I've forgotten to change it back, so I apologise to everybody for my ineptitude in this circumstance. But I'm sure we can manage like this. This is how GSL used to be casted. It can't be that bad. So in the bottom right we've got Leston playing the green Zerg, and in the top left we've got Matchy Man playing for PigPan in the top left. A lot of people actually don't know where PigPan started, I think. And as somebody that's been watching Pig for probably maybe 2 or 3 years, quite a while, it actually originated because he opened a pan on screen, like he ordered this pan, and he did an unbox. Well, did he technically do? No, he didn't do an unboxing. He refused to do unboxing. Everyone wanted him to do unboxing. I don't think he ever did it. But basically, it was in the chat for a long time. It was just show pan, show pan. So that's how it kind of started. I'm actually the author of the Twitter account PigPan, which I kept up to date for about a day. But yeah, it was kind of funny. So we've got a, I guess that's a hatch gas pool from Leston, and looks like a 17 pool, 17 gas, like 18 hatch or something from Matchy Man. I wasn't really paying that close attention. It might have actually been an even earlier pool than that, because he's already getting Zergan speed. I think if it's 17 pool, it's delayed a little bit longer. Maybe something like a 14 pool, 14 gas, and then a later hatch. It's an interesting build though, interesting aggression. Timing wise, it shouldn't really do anything though. Leston does need to be building lings right now. He's prioritised his queens, which may hurt him slightly. I mean, he just needs to get his queen between these minerals, for example, and wait for the lings to pop. 8 lings now in production actually, and then Baneling Nest to follow up as well for Matchy Man. Kind of like his build. Taking a drone off gas, and it gives him still an early enough Baneling Nest, but keeps that mineral income quite high. Don't really think he needs to put a third one on, to be honest. I think just having 2 on it would have been fine for the early aggression. Good micro by both players. I don't think either of them lost a ling so far. Leston having more lings than Matchy Man at this moment in time. More drones as well, so Leston with a slight supply advantage. Also got 2 queens out. Not going to move this queen down to the expansion though, that would have been quite nice. And in fact, Leston is just building lings. He is following up with a Baneling Nest. 4 Banelings morphing for Matchy Man here, so this is going to be some aggression. And how is Leston going to deal with this? He's got a lot of lings out, but I don't think he knows about this aggression. He must do now because he's seen it with the Overlord. How is he going to manage this? He doesn't have Zergan speed, and now he does, but he needs to be splitting those lings as well as he can. Good job actually, he's got both queens down here, and all the banelings from Matchy Man actually completely die. And Leston's got a lot more lings now. That was actually a really nice engagement from Leston. Pulling the queen from the main base, vital in that defense. Really helped defend those early baneling attacks. He needs to build one back in the main, but really nicely done by Leston. That could have been potential disaster, but the speed kicked in just in time, as did... Oh, nice job. I'm always amazed at the play by players at kind of Diamond and Masters, because it's so easy to lose like a pack of Lings to some Banelings. And really good engagements there by Leston. He lost a small amount of Lings to a Baneling, but got a good connection as well himself. Runs past the Banelings, he might get closed out here. Oh, okay. So, still, I think some good damage done. If you look at the supplies, pretty close. Leston has that one additional drone. He needs to get that Queen back in the main base. It's just sat there chalking up energy at this moment in time. And let's see who's going to be the first to transition into drones. It's actually going to be Matchyman transition into drones first. Adding on, I think that's Overlord speed, so he may be looking to... I don't understand that. Maybe looking to do some Bane drops? That's the only thing I can think. But he doesn't... Oh, I suppose he has this Overlord here. Leston going to continue with the aggression though. But yeah, as I was saying, I'm always amazed at the Ling Bane micro at like levels below like Master and GM. Because it's so easy to lose a pack of Lings to like a single Baneling. And I see it all the time, at my level anyway. And yet, I'm always impressed with the micro at lower levels as well. It's not like they just randomly charge units into Banes. It's really methodical, really some really good play. Great play there again by Leston, just setting off the Banelings. Still offline? I don't think it is offline. But Leston gets past the Banelings here, good connections. Really like the way he just runs past the Banes, that's something that I do as well. And he's going to get the pick off on the Queen here. I'm not going to get much more than that, but he's still got a lot of intel. Saw the Roach Warren, saw the drone count. In fact, Leston has droned up a little bit behind us as well, but he's got a lot of Lings in production. Where did that Roach one go? I guess it never went down. The aggressive Lings from Leston just stopped it from going down. The drone couldn't place it. And I don't think... Yeah, Matchyman didn't actually notice. That drone was just idle for a long time. Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure he is trying to do some drop play, but he doesn't have an Evo chamber. There we go. Lots of Lings there from Leston. Let's see if he's going to continue the aggression, continue with the Lings. I have to say, if a drop did come into the main base, it probably would be pretty devastating. Okay, he doesn't want to... I would have just ran past those Banes, but he's going to try and pick them off. Okay, he needs to separate two of those Banes off and just trade them here, because otherwise he's going to lose a lot of Lings. Trade the Banes! Trade the Banes! Trade the Banes! No! Oh god! So close. He should be fine now. Okay. But Matchyman behind it is going to try and transition. He's getting some defensive roaches out. And to be fair, we should probably see progression in... fairly normal progression in the game right now. Probably stayed on the Ling Bane stage a lot longer than what most Zergs do, to be honest. But it's easy to get carried away with making Lings and Banes. I know I do it all the time. Oh, good separation there by Leston. Look, separating just a single Ling off. That's really beautiful. Hard thing to do. And he did it. He's been microing really well. Taking a third base, I like that. Is he transitioning? He's trying down a Roach Warren now. +1 is on the way. Oh, lost some Lings there to a Baneling. +1 is on the way for Matchyman. 3 Roaches, 4, 5 Roaches, 6, 7 Roaches already out. Problem is the Ling count from Leston is actually pretty high, and there's no Banelings in this composition anymore. So, oh! Oh. 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 That wasn't a trade, by the way. I think that was a misclick by Leston. He just... He exploded them manually. Obviously not on purpose, but that's what happened there. Leston going into Roaches, adding on the Evo chamber. I like this, separating some units off to get a little bit of a backstab in there. That's very smart. Good overlord positioning by Matchyman though. It's going to keep Leston. He's attacking his own Evo chamber! What? Oh my god, he's denied his own +1! Oh my god! Oh my god! What the fuck? Okay. This backstab did more damage than I ever thought possible. Matchyman has gone rogue and decided to level up the playing field by cancelling his own +1. Oh my god. Okay, this game is getting close. So, despite the fact that his evolution chamber was a lot later than Machiman's, the +1 from Leston is actually going to complete before Machiman's. The question is, can he defend this push? I think he can. He's got enough roaches here. He's got enough queens. And again, he's got this backstab going in. I don't see any defensive banelings here. This is going to cause a lot of damage. And Machiman has to get something significant done here. And it doesn't look like he's going to. Again, this backstab. Oh, this is so brilliant from Leston. This is going to do significant damage. Those roaches are going to take an age to get back across this map without roach speed. He's going to lose his entire mineral line. 6 drones, 8 drones. The queen's going down. 11 drones. Now he's going to go into the main base. This is brilliant. And look at this. Machiman is forced to pull back. But he says, no, actually. Oh, GG goes down. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. What on earth did we just witness in that game? That was brilliant play, I have to say, by Leston. I was really impressed by level play in general. Machiman just making that one mistake. That was brutal. I feel so bad for him because we all do it. We all just randomly sometimes click attack move and click a building. The amount of times that I've clicked rocks at the bottom of the ramp and attacked them. Oh, it's brutal. But let's get the proper overlay on this game. There we go. Oh, that's brutal. So the next game is going to be on Eastwatch, Electris versus Amamorki. Let's have a look at this. Eastwatch is a map that I don't particularly like, so I'm glad I'm not playing it. Wow. So, just... that was a crazy game. I'm going to let the game finish on... For some reason Electris can't see the stream. Right, let's invite the players. So it's Electris and Amamorki. Wow, it's going to be another ZVZ here, by the way. Machiman didn't join. Okay. So yeah, a few people having issues with watching the stream, so refresh. That's really weird. Odd. So we're going to go into the next game. I guess there's some issues with the stream, but it's up for some people, not up for others. I can't really do a lot. So if I take it offline, it's just going to mess things back up. So we're going to go into the second game here. What a game that was. That was mental. Mental. So, yeah, I was speaking to Leston just now, and he said he blew up all his banelings for no reason. And I was like, he killed his own +1. Okay, so we should have the proper overlay this time. Let's get into player introductions. Bottom left. Let's try this again. Bottom left, it is Electris, playing for Team Clarity. Top right, it is Emma Morkey, playing for PigPan or Taste the Bacon. There we go. Best of 5. Is that actually a best of 5? Yeah, it is a best of 5, but with an ace match at the end, if needed. Currently 1-0 source of Team Clarity. Just having a look on Electris' view here, just setting some overall positions. And looks like it's going to be, what is that? What's this? I don't understand this. Revisual. So I guess you got it working somehow. Good news. I would advise anybody that didn't see the previous game to go back and watch it on the VOD. That was mind-blowing. Okie dokie. So I'm not quite sure what Amamorki's build is. It's obviously not particularly standard. It looked like he opened with like a 16 or 15 gas and then went into like a 16 hatch. And then a spawning pool a little bit later. Gonna give him that early speed, but he's actually got. He's almost gonna have too much gas, so I'm not quite sure what the idea behind that was. Looks like Electris has opened up with maybe a 13-12 or 14-14. I think it's 14-14 because I was speaking to him about that before the game. Oh, it's actually gonna be Burrow. Okay, this is a pig build. I'm fairly certain. So the idea here is you get lings across the map and you just burrow them constantly, and it forces out spores from Electris. I haven't personally played this build. I don't know the intricacies of it, but I think against early pools he's probably going to struggle, and that's exactly what he's facing here. Look how delayed his Zerglin speed is going to be as well because of the burrow. He's going to have a Baneling nest out fairly soon. That means he can be quite defensive with the Banelings, but he's not going to be able to be offensive, and he's probably going to lose this expansion. I really like the way that Electris has just morphed this one single Bane in here. And he's just trying to delay. This is really nice from Electris. Oh, bad move command there from Amorki, and that's probably GG to be perfectly honest. Good connection on the Bane as well. I've got about 4 slow lings. Is there a spine crawler going up? There isn't. And there's no queen coming out either for Amorki. It's still burrow. He sacrifices the queen to get the burrow. Electris is doing his most here to get this hatchery, and it's actually given Amamorki a bit of time to come back into it. 18 workers to 13. Of course, Electris can just pull back here, build some Banelings, and then go back in. Amamorki's actually just going to walk across the map. Is it just going to be Slowlings? Is that the build? It's kind of interesting. I mean, I don't think this is game over, by the way, just because he lost that hatch. I don't think that hatch is particularly important on the success of this build. What is important is that Electris recognises the build and put some spores down if those lings get into the main base. It's all critical. It's very critical, excuse my language, it's very critical that those lings and banes get in the main base. But the problem is I don't really know how he micros slow lings versus banes. It's going to be very difficult. Spinecrawler going down for Electris, and he's got, oh, see what I mean, how do you micro those lings versus banes? Of course he does have burrow, but he's not using it right now. There is a single baning in there, but Electris just needs to micro 2 lings off, and that's exactly what he does. I mean, the baning burrows, but it's not gonna, it's a single baning, it's not gonna really do anything. And like I said, all Electris really needs to do is add 2 spores to his mineral lines, and that's essentially the burrow defended. Evolution Chamber going down I like, because it means that you can potentially drop Banelings or Lings in the main base and keep burrowing them. I think a big problem with this build though is the fact that you do not have speed. The speed is just so delayed, and it kind of reminds me of a build that I used to do where I'd go hatch gas pool, and my first 100 gas would go into melee, and my next 50 gas would go into Baneling Nest. I'd play super defensive off 2 base, and then get speed after that. And because I was playing defensive, I'd be able to start being offensive as soon as the speed and +1 melee were kicking at a similar time, and I'd be able to go from there and really be aggressive, take the third base, and continue on in the game. And the +1 melee was so important. But the problem with this is that the speed I feel like the build order could be better than just taking out really early gas, getting a really early burrow, because you don't really use it for a long time. I mean, you can even get the burrow after you get speed and baneness, right? It's not going to hurt too much to just get it afterwards. So Amamorki is going to try and be aggressive here. I say that he had Lings on the opposite side of the map, but he's just lost them all. But where he's morphing the Banes kind of says to me that he's just going to be defensive, to be honest. But now this is nice. This is what he needs to do. This is like a comeback mechanic right here. Quite like this as well. Kind of not a great position. He should just burrow this over here or something. But I like this. Okay, he's actually just going to... Okay. Okay. That's not great. But yeah, Electris does not see this. Oh no! Those ones. Oh, he pulls though! Oh, great reactions from Electris. I mean, this is nice from Amamorki. It does kind of shut down the mineral line for a bit. Okay. But yeah, he needs to come and build a spore here now. Although he's actually almost at... Well, he's about halfway to there. Should just build a spore. I don't think Electris would have seen this build before though, so it's slightly difficult to react to it just on the fly. But he's obviously still in a good position. 29 versus 25, and he's got a third base up. Both players are heading towards lair. +1 on the way for Amamorki. No, see, there we go. Spore finally. He builds one. Don't see an Evo chamber down for Electris, but he's really droning up hard actually. 37 workers now for Electris. Okay, he finally set up the Baneling over here. And these Banelings will finally go down as well. And not going to do a lot, unfortunately, for Amamorki. Good job though, he keeps it alive. That's a little bit of scouting information. And I like this from Amamorki, just taking the gold base. I'd say, I think both players have played this game pretty damn well so far. He needs to get back on that gas though for Electris. Has he had that Evo chamber there the whole time? And I was like, he doesn't have an Evo chamber. I'm a bit stupid sometimes, I guess. Okay, what's this going to be for? I kind of wish Electris would start going into roaches a little bit now. He's kind of vulnerable to a lot of stuff, like a lot of just 2-base random things. And he's not actually producing that much, floating 1,000 minerals. Roach is finally being produced, still doesn't have that +1 on the way. I don't know if he's just forgot about that, but it's going to be quite far behind Amamorki's, who's also got Roach speed on the way, which Electris doesn't either. Amamorki going to do a Ling drop into the main here, quite like this. But again, actually Electris well on top of it, fair play to him. Like I was saying in the previous game, I mean, I've lost mineral lines to Ling drops into the main. Nice job here from Amamorki, doing the multi-pronged attack, gets a queen there. Won't get much more than that, but it's something, and he gets that information. Is that a spine caller? Okay. Still, okay. There we go. Finally going now. Roach burrow movement as well for Amamorki. I think Amamorki has just a slightly better idea about what to do at this stage of the game than what Electris does. Although he has been down in workers this entire time. I mean, if Electris can spend this 800 minerals, which he's actually just half spent, he's going to be in pretty decent shape. I'm just trying to see, clearing up those birdlings, and I think Electris is now starting to use that advantage that he's had for a while. Still floating a lot of minerals, but is he going to hit here before there's enough roaches to really do any burrow movement stuff? And it looks like it. The problem with the burrow movement right now is that there's spores everywhere already, right? So, and there's spines everywhere, so it's not like he's going to get in and just completely kind of undetected. And he's forced the spores out himself. It's a bit like going muted into burrow roaches. It's kind of, you know, you kind of give them the defense. And the burrow baneling is nice, but it's not going to do a lot to roaches. The +1 isn't quite finished for Electris, so he's got too many roaches here though, to be honest. Although there is a lot popping right now for Amamorki. Can he get on top of this though? he can. And Mamorki fighting for his life here. There's going to be some roaches coming down from the main base as well. Oh, there's only one coming down. Oh, and it walks right past them all. He's like, I'm out of here. He's like, screw you guys. Finally using the burrow now. But yeah, this is just too late, unfortunately, for Amamorki. He fell too far behind in the early game. The burrow just wasn't worth it in the early part of the game, and to be honest, he never really got any damage done. He denied mining for some time, which, you know, a bit of indirect damage, but he didn't blow up any drones. I mean, look at the workers killed. One from Amamorki, despite the fact that he went for the burrow stuff, despite the fact that he went for the Baning drops. I mean, this is, again, it's a nice use of burrow, but he's going to lose the hatchery, so then GG goes down. And Amamorki leaves the game, and that's 2-0 now for Team Clarity. So well played by Electris there. He kind of got the advantage in the early game and never gave it up. I mean, you can kind of see there, just that little bump gave him a bit of an edge. Had to pull some workers there with the burrow banelings, and then again this massive period here. And those really count for something in ZVZ. Like, it's hard to recover from something like that. Upgrade spending was good for Amamorki, but he put so many resources into burrow move, baning drops, the +1, the +2, which never kicked in, and just never had any units. If you look at army value, it wasn't close. So well played by Electris. And it's going to take Team Clarity to a 2-0 lead. Let's have a look on the third map here. It's going to be on Backwater between Revisual and TNT. So let's have a look. Backwater. I'm going to just create the game here and invite the casters and let the players finish watching the stream if they are. There's a couple minute delay on it, obviously, so don't want you guys to don't want to ruin it for you guys that are watching. Just waiting for the streams to catch a bit, although there is now a replay. My replay stats bar is maybe potentially spoiling the game. But no, GG goes down there, and that's the end of the game. So we're all caught up here. Next game is going to be Revisual, like I said, playing for Team Clarity, and TNT playing for Taste the Bacon. Taste the bacon. I say I'm not a big lover of bacon. I like a lot of meats, but bacon just never really does it for me. I prefer a nice sausage sandwich. Nice sausage sandwich or a sausage baguette or something. So we're about to jump into the third game here. Backwater Ellie. Let's just make sure this is the right map. Actually, it is. Yeah, sweet. TNT's ready. And the casters are ready. Players are ready. Hopefully you're ready. Zerg versus Protoss is kind of interesting that they've put a Zerg forward on Backwater, but I guess they've only got Zergs, right? Let's have a look. 3 Zergs and a Protoss for PigPan. So they are kind of limited, I guess, on what they can put in. I don't think Backwater's a bad map for Zerg, but I don't think it's great either. Like, I think there's worse Zerg maps that have existed, but this one I vetoed today, and I'm not really regretting it. So bottom right we've got TNT, spelled as T, as in English T. And top left we've got, actually reverse that. What was I thinking? Top left we've got TNT playing for PigPan. Oh yeah. Bottom right we've got Revisual playing for Team Clarity. Oh yeah, look at that. With visual, a very good Protoss player actually. Very solid, very good guy. I like watching him play a lot. I think he does some really intelligent things. So I'm excited to see kind of what he comes up with on this map. TNT, finally we're going to see a hatch gas pool. Praise the Lord! It's not going to be any 14 pools, 16 gas, 18 hatch or random stuff like that. It's just going to be a nice hatch gas pool. And I can get on board with that. As a build that I open up with in 99% of my games, I completely endorse this move. What's going to be interesting on this map though is going to be how the third bases are used by both players. Can be difficult. This map is a disaster versus Terran, I think, and that's one of the main reasons I've vetoed it. I'm not sure if the changes that they put in today mean that you can no longer hit stuff here with tanks. But that's a big problem if you still can, and I think that's why you won't see it played a huge amount. If you can have units here to like defend this base, like drops and stuff, and not be hit by tanks, then it should be a little bit better. But it's very hard to just defend these two locations like this, especially with all of the kind of blocked out space around the third. And that goes for both players. Like Mutas are obviously pretty strong on this map because of that as well. Warp Prism is going to be pretty strong too. Yeah. No L2P Platon. I don't know if you're spelling your name backwards, but thanks for the follow, man. Fred Savage approves of that. So we're going to open up with an Adept here from Visual and following it with a Stargate. Pretty common. Second Adept going to be produced as well. And Warp Gate is on the way. Let's just keep an eye on what the Chrono is used for here, because that's going to tell us a lot about what Visual wants to do. And he's going to actually chrono out the second Adept. Not quite sure how this times out. He's probably going to use some of the chrono up. Yeah, he is. So, bit of a waste on some of the chrono there. But he is going to have 2 adepts out early. Fair play to TNT though. Look at this. He's already got 4 lings in production. You want generally, I think it's safe to have about 8 lings for 2 adepts, like 3 to 4 lings for each adept. And he's going to have that, and he's going to have speed. So. This won't do too much. The one mistake that he's got, he should really have the queen out here just to keep these adepts somewhat back. Nice use of the adepts here by the Visual. Getting in this area is really nice. He needs to shade again though, otherwise he's going to start to take too much damage. In fact, he's not. He's doing a really nice job. I kind of feel like this is a shade maybe too far though. Nope, this is a really nice job actually from a Visual. Oh, just get a adept surrounded, so he's not going to get too many drone kills. 2 drones go down. I think about 3 or 4 lings have gone down. I don't know. That's pretty even, to be honest. Probably slightly better for the Zerg. If I was a Zerg player, I wouldn't be too disappointed about that. He's also going to have map control now with these lings, so he should probably be sending these out. Not to necessarily commit, but just to poke at the front, which he can actually see. Has he scouted the Stargate? Well, he knows about it now because there's an Oracle in the main base of TNT. 4 drones go down. 5 drones go down. And that's a total of 7 workers this game. And these losses are actually going to start to add up. I guess he didn't he didn't send the scout into the main base. Bit of a mistake there from TNT. There's really no reason not to send this Overlord into the main base once you scout the front. It's vital that you get that vision on the Stargate, and he didn't, so he's lost a few drones because of that. 29 workers to 39 now though. And actually, TNT isn't in an awful spot. He's got the Hydrogen up, he's at Lair obviously. He's got his Hydra upgrades going. He's going to lose all of these drones, which is a slight issue. With Visual going to just pull out there. Smart play with the Oracles. Really want to keep them alive for as long as you can. Keeping the drones alive the Oracles alive just means that you've got so much utility through the mid and late game. You know, I played a Protoss player yesterday and he was tagging my army the entire game with those Oracles. And you know, if they've got constant essentially map hack, it limits what you can do so much. You know, I want to do multi-pronged attacks, I want to do overlord drops. It's so difficult to pull those off if your units are constantly tagged, because they just see everything. They see your composition, they see your tech, and they see where your units are, more importantly. Losing an Oracle there in main base gets 2 more drones and a tag off, but could do with keeping that Oracle alive for now, just to keep that scouting information, laying down some status wards and stuff. Not getting a second upgrade just yet. I think he's got the speed. Yeah, he's gone for the Hydra speed before the Hydra range, but it is evening workers right now. Resources lost, not too dissimilar. Very conservative start, I have to say, by TNT. I like the way he's playing it. He took a bit of damage, but I do like the way he's playing this game. Quite a late third base, and TNT needs to keep a close eye on this. Smartly keeping the Overlord on this side of the map, but just pulling it a little bit further away from the Phoenix. And here comes the Warp Prism. What are we looking at here? Charge slot has just started. He doesn't have glaives or anything like that. Oh, actually no, he stopped charge and he started glaives. Okay. I wonder if that's going to be for something later on in the game. God, I really struggle to see red on this map. Where is that? How is that unit gone? Oh, it's over here. It's really tough to see. Look at that. That tiny dot. Maybe I should change the colours. I do notice my eyesight getting progressively worse. And it's actually going to be a Hydra time in here without range. Not a lot of Hydras though. Bizarrely, he does have a drone here as well. I don't mind him just poking at the front here, trying to pick off the Cybercore or something, but he can't commit to this. I don't mind this at all by TNT. I think this is I quite like this move, and it's going to delay a lot of stuff for visual. And yeah, he is going to get the Cybercore, which means no more depths being warped in. But yeah, just overextended there. He should have stayed back, just kept picking off those gateways. Can he break this though? There's 2 gateways down. Visual does have quite a few in the main base, so he has about 5 gates in the main base, so he will be able to warp in Zealots any moment now. He needs to be warping those in, to be honest. He needs to be warping in Zealots, and he's moved commanding his army into the Zerg. Zealots now warping in, but he doesn't have charge yet, remember. He stopped researching it, and this might actually break with Visual here. These Hydras are so glass cannony, but the DPS is just too much for Visual. He's got an Immortal popping out soon here. Again, the shield batteries. Oh my god, there's more units coming in here. TNT going to pull off an amazing timing attack off of about 50 workers. Something that I haven't really seen done since the Hydra nerf came in. I can't help but feel that if he was able to get those, was able to go for charge, that the Visual be in a slightly better position. But look at this, TNT can basically drone up behind this. The Visual's really clinging on here, and we're probably going to go to a 4th game. I'm also with Warp Prism's coming out. Not quite sure why he's going for that Warp Prism. Maybe to try and power some of those units. Going to try and hold the top of the ramp though. Can he hold it? I don't think he can. I just don't think he's got enough stuff. The Immortal getting surrounded by the Lings. The Adept, finally he can warp in Adepts, which is going to help a lot. They do have that. They do have the glaive, but GG goes down, and TNT takes the 3rd game for PigPan. Big timing attack there with the Hydras. I'm really surprised that works. You just don't see those too much anymore with the Hydra change. There we go. It's finally kicked in. So you can see here the resources. He got up to 50 drones and just stopped. Took a lot of damage before that, which I thought with Visual was in a good position, but he wasn't able to get enough units out, and didn't really recognise the danger that was coming to him. So really unfortunate for Visual, but I have to say I think TNT played that quite well. Obviously a big all-in, don't get me wrong, it's not like some amazing macro game, but when that started I thought, oh, this isn't going to do a lot, and he managed to push it through, so fair play to him. Let's look at the 4th game. It's going to be between Quick and Flex. So, yeah, they are both here. So let's create the game. It's going to be on Abiogenesis, which is a smaller map in the field. It is generally better for aggressive rush type games. So we'll see what is going to occur on this map. Let's just invite the casters, Nerf Pickle and Matchy Man. And I'll just wait for the stream to catch up here so I don't spoil it for anybody. Looks like it's not got too far to go. Let's invite these guys. Trust me to make the wrong map. So Catalyst, strike everything that I just said. Catalyst I really like as a Zerg player. Which is why I'm surprised I haven't put a Zerg player on here. But that's fine. And let me just check, the stream is probably pretty close to catching up, and yes it is. So we're going to invite Quick and Flex to the game. Flex used to play with a guy on Counter-Strike called Flex. Always killed me, the bastard. Always owned me. There we go. Just have a quick look. Let's do some intel because I don't know anything about these players. So 3900 Protoss player for PigPan. And looks like a Zerg player. 38. Oh, this is going to be a tight game. Pretty much even in MMR. Very little difference here. And being on Catalyst, I would say that favours Quick personally, but I don't necessarily think this map is like awful for anything else in Zerg either. I just personally quite like this map. It's getting an error apparently. There we go. So we're going into the fourth match. Score is 2-1. I didn't actually change the scoreboard in that game, so I apologise. I'm a bad caster, I guess. Bad caster, bad person. Second ZVP. We're still a lot of Zerg today. ZVZ, ZVZ, ZVP, ZVP. So that suits me because that's what I play. Okay. So let's introduce players quickly. Playing for Team Clarity, bottom right. It's going to be Quick. And he's obviously so quick that he couldn't spell it correctly or put any capitals in there. And playing for Team Taste of Bacon, it's going to be Flex. Okay. So let's just keep an eye on the early game here. Make sure there's no shenanigans going on. What is this? Is that a Hydra list? I think that's a Hydra. And this is obviously the man himself. So it's going to be a gas opening from Quick. I'm guessing gas 17 pool. And let's have a look at gateway opening for Flex. So no cannons going up on the opposite side of the map this game, by the look of it. Did he send in a second probe, or was that the first one? I thought he sent one. Okay. It's actually the first probe, so he's going to delay the scout, but he's not bothered about cannoning, he's not really bothered about delaying the hatchery, so that's obviously a decision that he takes in the matchup. Looks like the hatch will go down about 17 for Quick. And there we go, so no problems for Quick getting down that hatch. One of the reasons that I don't like the gas before the pool before hatch in this matchup is while you do have lings out to get this up, it still gets delayed if you go for the pool hatch normally. I just prefer to go for an earlier hatch, like a 16 hatch or even a 15 hatch on some maps. And if the Protoss block it in that situation, it normally means that they've delayed something in their build, so it's not always bad for you anyway. And from there you can just do a 17 gas anyway, so or 17 gas, 17 pool or something anyway. Oh yeah, incest baby. We all love a bit of incest. Oh yeah. Okay, dokie. Let's see what Quick is going to do with this 200 gas. Oh, he's actually adding on a roach one. This is going to be... Oh! Okay, I know what this is. I know what this is. This is one of... Well, not Pig's build, but this is Dark's build that Pig kind of made a little bit popular. And how apt that it's going to be used in this game. It is the therapy build. And basically, he's going to go across the map with about 7 roaches and reinforce the slow lings and basically try and kill Flex. That's essentially this build. And I have to say it's pretty damn tough to stop, especially if you don't open Stargate. And he has to open Stargate, so he's going to have a fighting chance. Problem is, okay, he has opened with an Adept, so he's going to see it. Okay, Quick should not be chasing that Adept. He should just be walking across the map. He needs to get there as soon as possible and start getting the damage in. So, okay, get these roaches moving, quick! Quickly, quick! Do it quick! Okay, that's a shame. Hopefully he notices that he's got 2 roaches at home. There we go. So now he's just going to be reinforcing with Lings. Flex has noticed this though. Look at that, 2 shield batteries on the way and a void ray. So this could go very well for him. I don't normally make the Ravager. I have to say I don't think it's that useful. One thing that I have noticed on Flex as well is he's got 2 pylons here, so he's actually not going to be like just lose because he lost a pylon. It would have been cool if Flex had kept the Adept on the inside of the map. I actually think he might have lost it. But the Void Ray is out, and here comes the Ling Flood, the Roaches. The DPS is going to be too much for the shield batteries here. Breaks through the front, going to get us around on the Stalker. And now basically Quick needs to just keep pushing with his Lings, get as much economic damage done as he can. I'm not sure if he should be going for the pylons. There's a lot of... oh no, his Lings are all getting choked up on the Stalkers. Does take out the shield battery, I'm not sure about that. But he's going to take out the pylon. Take out the pylon before the Void Ray comes out. No, he's going to focus the Stalkers. Okay, he gets the Stalkers, but he doesn't get the pylon. Void Ray out now anyway, so it's not going to matter. He needs to kill these probes. How many probes are going to go down here? It's currently 25 workers, 19. He's evening that up. There are 2 Void Rays out, so he's going to have to think about defending if this attack gets shut down. He needs to keep doing damage to the probes here. He hasn't killed enough. 11 probes go down, 13 probes go down, 12 workers, 11 workers. He's going to lose so many workers here. 12 workers down. Down to 10, 20 workers. Oh my god, he's going to lose every single worker. He's going to lose every... No, he's got 3 left somewhere. He's got 1 in the gas. He's got 1 in the gas until the expansion, but Lings are still flowing in. 10 Lings to be reinforced here. All these probes are going to die, and the Void Rays just don't have enough damage output to stop these probes from dying. He's down to 2 probes. Can he clear this up? He needs to get a Zealot in that wall. He does have one available. And I think he is going to stabilise here, but at what cost? Well, the cost of his entire probe line, you have to say. And behind this, let's see what Quick's going to do. He probably should be trying to drone up a little bit right now. Going to add on some spores. He should probably just start going to lair, because he needs Hydras out, right? He should also be quite active with these Lings if he can, and they're not going to do a lot versus the Void Rays, and the Void Rays are actually on the wrong side of the map. So these Void Rays are all she wrote for Flex. How is this going to work here? This could get pretty strange pretty quickly, I'll be honest. That Spore just not doing damage output, and for some reason Quick just send the Lings across the map, man. They can't do anything here. There we go. I mean, worst case scenario, Quick can base trade here. So that's exactly what he should be doing. He should be putting more spores as well, because he does not have the DPS here. The Queen's going to be picked off. No, it's not. It's going to actually get into the main base. The expansion is going to be picked off though, and he's trying to pull 2 Queens here. I'm not sure about this. This still isn't enough DPS on the Queens to deal with the 2 Void Rays. And he only has 1 spore up in his main base. He has no tech for Hydras. Warp in here for the Zealot, but I think this is going to turn into a base race. Neither player's really prepared for it though. Quick doesn't have any drones out on the map. There's no probes out on the map. More Lings being made. Oh, is he going to get the Void Ray here? He's not paying attention to the Void Ray. I'm just kind of interested to see what either player's looking at here, but I don't. Yeah. Oh, he lost the Void Ray. Oh, that's a big pick off. He's actually going to... He tried to recall the Void Ray, and there's that bug where if the Nexus dies while being recalled, it stays permanently blue. But GG goes down anyway. Quick takes the game with the therapy build, and it's going to result in a 3-1 victory for Team Clarity. So that's going to be all she wrote. I hope you guys enjoyed the games. I think some really fun games here, and a great result, I say, for Team Clarity. they're really kind of coming into form in this league. Got off to a rough start. Just trying to see the league where they are here. They're currently mid-table, but with that win over Taste of Bacon, they'll probably shoot up to maybe top 3. And I'm not sure how many make the playoffs, but they're definitely got the potential to do so. So well played to Team Clarity. There we are. We're back on my screen now. And thanks for everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. That first game was especially crazy, but I'm really impressed with the play tonight. I don't think a Zerg lost a single game, which when you're playing ZVT for 2 games is maybe not that surprising. But yeah, Zergs went undefeated versus the Protosses as well. So all Zerg winners tonight, which is maybe apt for the 2 teams that are playing. 6 Zergs in the teams, 2 Protoss, and the Protoss players did not have a fun time. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you again soon. I'm going to stop streaming now. I do stream quite often my own games. Don't cast too much these days, but be sure to follow and stuff so you can get an alert when I do stream. Generally, I try and stream early evening because that's when I'm wide awake. Kind of late evening, I get a bit tired and a bit cranky. So yeah, I'm getting old. What can I say? But I'll see you guys again soon. Bye bye.